Well, welcome back to another travel news episode. I'm your host, Robert Witham here. I scour the news for stories of interest to travelers and those who love the great outdoors, so you don't have to. I always try to keep you apprised of what's going on out there in these videos. So, do you know of a story that might be of interest for one of these videos? Please send that to me by email, robert.witham@gmail.com. Thank you to everyone that's already shared tips and links. It really helps. And if you're interested in videos featuring scenery from some of the best places in the U.S., the places I encounter during my travels, please check out my other channel, Meanderings. I'll link to that in the video description below. I have three stories for this episode, all public land stories are related to public lands. First, the United States Forest Service has decided to close all 20 million acres of national forest land in California beginning Tuesday, August 31st. That's today as I'm recording this. That closure is expected to last through at least August 17th. So about 2.5 weeks, I guess. California's regional forester Jennifer Eberline wrote in an email to employees. This email was obtained by the Sacramento Bee and shared there. I have made the difficult decision to temporarily close all California national forests in order to better provide public and firefighter safety due to extreme fire conditions throughout the state and strained firefighting resources throughout the country. This latest development follows the earlier closure of 9 national forests in Northern California and in Arizona at Grand Canyon. Saturday afternoon, a man who was part of a river trip in Deer Creek Narrows within Grand Canyon National Park was reported missing by other members of the group after falling approximately 55 feet during a hike in the Narrows. The other members of the group were unable to find the man after he fell and contacted authorities. Multiple teams of swiftwater and technical rescuers from the National Park Service were flown into the area on Saturday evening in an attempt to locate and rescue the missing man. Unfortunately, terrain, darkness, and safety concerns prevented the rescuers from being able to locate the man Saturday evening. Rescuers were finally able to locate the man, identified as 48-year-old David Colburn of Oregon, on Sunday. The man was unfortunately already deceased by the time that he was located Sunday. An investigation is being conducted by the National Park Service and the Coconino County Medical Examiner's Office. And finally, the third story from Yellowstone National Park. A woman was sentenced for walking on Yellowstone thermal area. She was hit with a sentence of 7 days in jail, a $1,000 fine, $40 in fees, and a $1,000 community service payment to the Yellowstone Forever Geological Resource Fund. So, a 26-year-old Connecticut woman was sentenced for walking on a thermal area at Yellowstone National Park this month. The woman, identified by the U.S. Attorney's Office as Madeline S. Casey, was with 2 other people at Norris Geyser Basin when Casey and another person left the boardwalk and began walking around on thermal ground. This area is well marked with signs advising visitors to remain on the boardwalk. A couple of these folks chose to ignore those signs and to disregard them and their own safety, and of course the protection of this treasure we have at Yellowstone National Park, and walk out on the thermal features. Multiple park visitors recorded photos and videos of the trio when they saw what was occurring. According to Yellowstone National Park Public Affairs Officer Morgan Worthen, boardwalks and geyser basins protect visitors and delicate thermal formations. The ground is fragile and thin, and scalding water just below the surface can cause severe or fatal burns. More than 20 people have died from burns suffered after they entered or fell into Yellowstone's hot springs. Acting United States Attorney Bob Murray noted that for those who lack a natural ability to appreciate the dangerousness of crusty and unstable ground, boiling water, and scalding mud, the National Park Service does a darn good job of warning them to stay on the boardwalk and trail in thermal areas. Yet there will always be those like Miss Casey who don't get it. Although a criminal prosecution and jail time may seem harsh, it's better than spending time in a hospital burn unit. Well said. Don't know if I can say it much better than that myself. Thank you, Mr. Murray. Anyways, don't forget, travelers, send me links or details for stories you think might be of interest to robert.witham@gmail.com. Again, thank you to the already shared news and links. And if you're interested in travel photography and stories, check out Meanderings Magazine, a quarterly travel photography magazine available in print and digital formats. Link to that's below in the video description. Thanks for joining me in this episode of Travel News.